today we are strengthening the SMEs to become more competitive post-COVID-19. We have seen that SMEs have been hard hit by the impact of COVID-19, but also the measures that were put in place, like lockdown.
We sell porridge flour, and currently the biggest challenge that we have is the prices at the market. Now, for us, we purely have organic porridge flour, we have soya, millet, rice, and pure rice. So currently, the prices of all the raw materials are going high.
From a farmer's perspective, we've got challenges when it comes to things like the weather, etc. But from a processing and implementation point of view and producing this wonderful product, we have some small challenges we're trying to work through again with SEATINI. One of the things we're trying to do is, because our product is actually export quality, we are looking to see about getting glass jars for packing our peanut butter. We pack in plastic at the moment, and it's through advocacy through groups like SEATINI will help us lobby URA to kind of subsidize the levies on glass jars being imported. Because at the moment we can't export our products in these plastic jars. They need to be in glass jars. But glass jars cost a lot of money to bring into Uganda, and in turn it will also cost a lot of money to send them abroad. So if we had exemptions for some of the glass jars we require, I think it'd be really good. And that's where SEATINI come in. Bit of a slow start, because obviously the last few years there hasn't been this Expo hasn't been there because of the whole impact of COVID, as I'm sure it's affected everybody in every walk of life. But it's important that groups like ourselves and other people who are looking to exhibit come to expos like this, because the more people come out, the more we can start going back to the normal that was before COVID.
In COVID-19, businesses faced a really deep dive. Businesses like ROSA have a lot of market into schools, into areas which were closed down during COVID-19. What SEATINI did was to bring ROSA on board, and ROSA brought crucial input into, for example, the supply of the COVID stimulus packages to businesses that were struggling. So we see that SEATINI becomes this entity that brings people within the SME sector to ensure they can have a vital voice towards a policy and how, for example, stimulus packages by governments can be enrolled. So SEATINI has been quite vital in those two contexts. ROSA as a beverage company required that it has a chew mark that enables it to be export ready, to also have entry into supermarkets that require any product to have some sort of chew mark. It is provided by UNBS, and companies that are growing up at times don't have like all those resources that can enable it to become competent and get the chew mark. So what SEATINI did was to give those wings to ROSA. So all our products, 10 of them, they have a chew mark, and guess what? They are entering the markets, and we all look forward to even entering international markets like South Sudan, Kenya, and have a higher turnover and employ more people in the long run.
What does Buy Uganda, Build Uganda look like? To me, Buy Uganda, Build Uganda will look good when we accept grasshoppers and senene on our air. I was waiting for that senenes to have been packaged by now. They know that it's the senene season. When we started BUBU, of course there was a lot of resistance, skepticism, doubt on whether BUBU would work. Of course, there were also alleged contradictions that we were blocking international trade, that we were blocking regional trade. But I'd like to assure you that BUBU actually does improve on the products and the services we have here because of domestic competition. We have improved on the quality and standards. Look at the supermarkets. I remember you used to walk into a supermarket and you find bottles of honey full of bees actually, because they are leaking. But nobody dares now to take your product as it is into the market because there's competition. Another supermarket also wants to bring in quality things. They will not take you.
The service industry has also grown. Our engineers are getting jobs. I remember we used to have these companies that were constructing energy hydro dams. Most of them are from other countries. And our local engineers were not considered. But our local engineers also should start looking at the services they offer. Are they quality? Are the work ethics? Do you have the ethics? You go to work at 10 o'clock instead of going at 7:30. You prove on that ethics also, Ugandans. As you Ugandanize the positives, not the negatives. Buy Uganda, Build Uganda Expo today is aimed at showcasing and building viable business networks. And of course, as you know, BUBU is an affirmative action to local manufacturers and service providers to increase the consumption of products. And the multiplier effect of policy relates to the enhanced value addition, local production, and promotion of investment. That's the key of Buy Uganda, Build Uganda.